Hi, I'm Bailey Shimon, and here are my keyword outlines. Many librarians across the United States have come across going through their past objective as being a librarian, and going through the changes of the present digital age. According to KQED News, one librarian from Nashville's public library has observed these changes and believes that libraries need to go away from being houses of knowledge and go towards being houses of access. This is what the public is asking for, and we are here to serve them. Libraries have always been a large part of the daily lives of many people, and with this increase in popularity of technology, they have been forced to adapt, which affects the library system. First, I will tell you about this technological change within libraries. Second, I will tell you about who this change is affecting. And third, I will tell you about why this change is significant to us as a whole. Let's begin. Libraries across the United States have begun to see an increase of digital items being checked out than ever before. According to one library from Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Carnegie Library is part of the national trend in seeing an uptick of digital checkouts. In 2019, Carnegie Library and other county libraries have checked out a record-breaking 1.9 million books from the Rackham platform. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette also states that Carnegie Library has experienced a 20% increase of digital checkouts, which proves that there's an increase at hand for libraries everywhere. Carnegie Library is not the only library that has seen growth. According to the central company of these digital items, Overdrive, digital items from libraries and schools from 2017 to 2019 have also seen an increase by each year. This expansion of digital checkout books have been seen through ebooks that has surpassed 200 million for the first time ever, and audiobooks from 68 million in 2017 to 114 million in 2019. This increasing development is because of how important technology is in everyone's daily life. Throughout every day, people use their computer or phones for their classes or occupation constantly. This only proves that libraries, to still stay prevalent, they must adapt to technology, and with this expansion of ebooks and audiobooks, they are doing just that. Now that I've told you about the basis of this technological advancement, I will now tell you about who this change is impacting. This technological change is impacting librarians and the patrons of libraries. For the libraries, their very occupation and how they run their collection is being impacted. A new larger part that adds to librarians' work is how they make their patrons aware of this more recent technology. According to Library Journal magazine, language is important in communicating about these digital collections, and to do so, librarians need to increase staff awareness about their digital collections. After all of this, librarians must make sure their patrons feel comfortable about these digital collections by using email pushes, extra help from resource librarians, and also marketing frequently to get their library goers interested in their new technology. Another major thing that affects the librarians is how they purchase these items. According to Serial's review, both librarians and publishers have acknowledged that there's an inaccurate mechanism for discovery and access of these digital items, which create a serious barrier for large-scale adoption of ebooks. For instance, librarians have a strong preference for title-by-title selection, although ebooks come in large collections. This makes it difficult for when one patron wants one book instead of a larger group of books. According to Information Today, learning how to use these ebooks and audiobooks requires the user to take a variety of steps that can be a barrier to access. These barriers at first may be difficult to overcome, but through practice, patrons will be able to find what they want in shorter amount of wait times. After mastering this learning process, patrons will now have easy access anywhere with only their library association card. Being familiar with this technological advancement is very broad across the U.S. because of how many people fall into the groups of librarians or patrons of libraries. Both public and academic libraries are being impacted with this change because of how technology affects all of us and continues to affect all of our lives. For instance, according to Information Today, University of Minnesota has at least 500,000 ebooks within their collections, and they're being frequently used for teachers and students for classes, just like other libraries of academia. And public libraries, like Montclair Public Library in New Jersey, have stated that they have also seen an increase within these digital checkouts. Now that I've told you about who this change is impacting, I will now tell you why this change is significant to us as a whole. The use of digital items is significant to us as a whole because even though a person might not enter a library frequently for a book, there may be times that going to a library will become a necessity for classes, research, or events. Currently, it is important to us as college students because of our classes. We constantly need our college library for printing, getting information, even books for class. Looking at information today, University of Minnesota stresses this urgency within their own college libraries by making sure to relocate funds for more on-demand purchase of ebooks as a part of library's initiative to help instructors identify, adopt, and create teaching materials. University of Minnesota also indicates that their statistics say that already owned ebooks are now being used more frequently for coursebook and for checkouts. Digital items are therefore very important in academia and therefore prove our need to pay more attention to this so that it affects our future college careers. The use of digital items in libraries will continue to be relevant in our lives and in the future as time goes on because of how more and more digital ways will come up in our daily lives. For instance, Library Journal magazine states that at South Huntington Public Library, they believe as technology and its digital uses grow, so will the demand grow within their library and many other libraries. Nick Tanzi, Assistant Director of South Huntington Public Library, is ready for this notion, as he states that usage of e-resources have nowhere to go but up, and preparing for what it is libraries across the United States will be doing. In conclusion, today I told you about the basis of this technological advancement, then I told you about who this change is impacting, and then I told you about why this change is effective and is significant to us. So I will conclude by saying that although our world's technology is constantly advancing, places like libraries will always stay of importance in society as it continues to develop to affect their community's needs. Thank you.